Katharina Stenholm, thanks so much for talking to the forum. You talked today at the panel on how can we help better with regard to food, migration and climate change. These are big issues. Now you are the Chief Sustainability Officer in Europe for PepsiCo, and you are also a supporting partner of the forum here today. Katharina, what was your main message with regard to the question, how can we help better?
I think my main message was really around full transformation, end-to-end. We really need to think about what we do and how we do. And so that means really thinking through our value chain. How do we take our part of the responsibility in a very collaborative way, because we're obviously going to need the players along the value chain, the policymakers, but also our consumers to play ball, and we need to play that game together to change the food system. And very inspired by the conversations, because I think there's a lot of hope in the room. So it's not only us being PepsiCo positive, there's a lot of other people being positive as well.
So there may be hope, but you know, depending on the voices you listen to, there is also dissent. Sometimes there is despair. Did you have the full range of views in the forum today?
I think we had the full range of forum. Some people expressing their opinion very clearly, loudly, that they would take a different point of view. But I think that's why the forum is important. We need to get the different point of view to come together. I think the one thing many speakers, many people in the audience came back to, if we base what we do on science, I think we kind of hopefully can find a path forward, because at the end of the day, that should guide us to what is right and wrong. I think there was another thing around not making it, although I say right and wrong, but it's still not like totally binary in let's not let perfect get in the way of great. As it was said late today, like in many instances we have the solutions. Now it's a question of scaling what we have already seen working.
Where do solutions start within PepsiCo? Because of course, when you'll have a view on pollution, particularly with regard to plastic, you'll have a view on agriculture with regard to sustainability. It's very much part and parcel of what underpins what you do.
Yes, and exactly that. We can't isolate and take care of just one part of that. So it really starts on the field, where we produce, how we produce the raw materials. How do we then transport, process, convert those into products that we have carefully designed to be healthy, not only for people, but also for the planet.
And when we think about consumer choice then, and you talked about being healthy, you said that you have influence, you have responsibility as a brand, as a global brand. You have real obligation. How would you characterize that for us?
I think if I position myself in the consumer seat, I expect that when I go to a restaurant I like, when I buy a brand that I like, that people have taken their responsibility and they are offering me good options, good solutions. Because as a consumer, I can't do all the research every time I need to eat. I can't have the time to go and look at this product, exactly what it is. I need to trust this product comes from PepsiCo. I trust PepsiCo. I trust this particular product.
And what did you think of the other voices that you heard on the panels? So you have a lot of experts that are gathered at the forum here in Brussels. What really resonated with you?
I think it was really interesting to see the perspective also from other continents. We heard from Australia, we heard from Canada. Obviously very different circumstances, the agricultural landscape, both from a nature perspective but also from the industry perspective, looks very different. And there were actually some things I would really want to deep dive into. And you know, Australian agriculture in many has a long time done what we now call regenerative agriculture, kind of doubling the production without greenhouse gas emissions increase. I think all of that is learning opportunities. But I think also was really important what one of the farmers said is, we can't copy-paste solutions. We have to take the local circumstances into account. So what works on one farm is a learning opportunity, but it doesn't mean that we can just transfer it to another one without taking that particular context into consideration.
Really interesting. Thank you so much. You know, enjoy the rest of the forum, and thank you for being here today.
Thank you.